My team is made up Priscilla, Alma, René, Felix, and me. My team it will speak of the subject of global warming.
La mayor parte de la comunidad científica asegura que hay más de un 90% de certeza que el aumento se debe a las concentraciones de gases de efecto invernadero por las actividades de humanos que incluyen deforestación y la quema de combustibles fósiles como el petróleo y el carbón.
Since when this problem was detected?
La teoría del efecto invernadero fue desacreditada cuando se presentó en 1896, aunque la prensa empezó a difamar en 1912 con más pasión que rigor del cambio climático y la edad del hielo. Svante Arrhenius descubrió el calentamiento global del planeta como un concepto teórico. Continued as they are, what is the picture in low years?
Los expertos dicen que si no se reducen ahora las emisiones de gases, el mundo corre peligro. Será devastado por los seguidos, la escasez de agua y alimentos, las epidemias y el crecimiento de los mares.
What measures have been taken to help large companies or warrants?
Paneles solares, futurolidad conectados a la red eléctrica, impuestos, permitir que se asignen para conservación de recursos, impacto, dar más importancia al análisis del impacto ambiental y considerar otras alternativas costosas pero ambientalmente favorables.
What parts of the world are most visible consequences of warming?
En los países industrializados, porque ellos son los que más contribuyen al calentamiento global, Estados Unidos.
Do you think people have done their part to reduce this problem?
No, ya que la mayor parte del mundo se continúa con la población, lo cual incrementa el gas del efecto invernadero o dióxido de carbono y hace que el calor aumente y los gases se descongelen.
Global warming. The fact that the warmest year recorded globally was not in 2008 or 2007, but 1980. During the last 11 years, we have not observed any increase in temperatures globally. Our climate models do not predict that. Despite dioxide emission carbon, the gas believed to be responsible for global warming has continued to increase. During the last decades of the 20th century, our planet warms quickly. Skeptics argue that the warming we see is because the sun's energy is growing. After all, 98% of the year it comes from the sun. But research conducted 2 years ago and published by the Royal Society seems to rule out the influence solars. But, well, as a higher proportion of CO2 has the atmosphere, the more heat will land and the average temperature increase.
For the line to increase its average temperature, it has the following consequence. The glaciers are melting at a pace too fast, and this causes the water level of the seas and oceans to rise. Winds water penetrate increasingly remote areas of the coast. You can generate catastrophic consequences such as erosion, flooding of wetlands, pollution of groundwater and agricultural land, and the loss of habitat for fish, birds, and plants.
The answer is clear to send less CO2 into the atmosphere. For this, there are many things we call improve. You just have to think about the causes that produce it. Go on foot, by bicycle, or bus to work, or when we have to move through cities, rather than the private car. Make a rational use of electricity. Is consume less light. We should use more efficient appliances and light bulbs.
Good afternoon. My team is Priscilla, Alma, Estrella, Felix, and me. Our subject, global warming.
It's a surprise. The effects of air pollution appear to have improved plant productivity by 1/4 from 1970 to 1999. Sai Estrella Mercado of the Herdy Center, the study's lead author, that has resulted in an increase of 10% of the carbon input from the plants. Ecologists can take their hands to the head, but that's conscience, it does not understand ideology. Of course, the authors of this study simply explain what is derived from the observations, and no one has said that targeting the era is a good thing. Apparently, the microscopic particles of aerosols released by human activity have had several curious effects. First, by making the air less transparent, they have screened the planet a little more by reducing the amount of solar radiation reached the plants, something that has happened between
The global model of the market study suggests that photosynthesis has increased. People often think plants thrive better under a bright sunny day, but the truth is the other way around. Say Stephen Sich, a component of the express them. Plants of the trip in foggy continues the imperils of air pollution. Contamination they is harmful to our health. If we were to make the world clean through this century, we must limit carbon dioxide emission even more to tie the not exceed 450
On the other hand,
parts
Atom
per
China has suppressed the use as the main emitter of the gas. Another study, the reference natural, uses data show of the China. After more than is emit. Within the north of this immense country, the opposite happens. Study B. Chiron Pai of Peking University and his team focus of analyzing the carbon balance in the through a series of complex tools for estimating soil, biomass, and carbon ecosystems and climate change models.
One day they dropped the embassy car and made a mistake way in the opposite direction. Suddenly we was cornered by thoughts of by tax when approaching with his side. I tried to back off, but that was dangerous because he could run over security or ten participants back in China were resident to wait until the flow of cyclists diminished and to soft gravity retrowide tranquilly or continued.
The good news is that leaders of the United States and China decided to anticipate the climate summit that will be held in Paris in December of the new year. Recall that in Kyoto in 1992, the great powers, with endorsement of Washington, promised to reduce emissions by 5.2% in relation to what was used in 1099. Everything started in promises because reality shows that carbon dioxide emissions rose 4.2%, especially pushed by China and the US. These two countries account for